Okay, we're going to go over these lyrics. This is a really important reading today. Really important. So listen up, ya all. Generals gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses. Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death's construction. In the fields, the bodies burning as the war machine keeps turning. Death and hatred to mankind, poisoning their brain-washed minds. Oh Lord, yeah. This is Black Sabbath, War Pigs. Definitely, we're going to go over the shorts. Astro gave me this last night. Politicians hide themselves away. That's what's going on right now. They only started the war. Why should they go out to fight? They leave all that to the poor, yeah. Time will tell on their power minds, making war just for fun, treating people just like pawns in chess. Wait till their judgment day comes. Now, I love Black Sabbath. I love this album. And when people used to tell me that it was evil, I would tell them that they have to look at the lyrics. And I believe the lyrics to Master of Reality were on the back of the album at the time. And I would suggest that they look at that, because it's not. It was telling the truth. So now in darkness, world stops turning, ashes where the body's burning. No more war pigs have the power. And the reason that's the name of the title is because Astro wants me to explain to you about my regression and me freeing the war pigs. Not the war pigs, but freezing the war pigs and freeing the poor, the soldiers. So no more war pigs have the power. Hand of God has struck the hour. Day of judgment, God is calling. On their knees, the war pigs crawling, begging mercies for their sins. Satan laughing spreads his wings. Oh Lord, yeah. It's exactly what's going on right now. And also, this is channeling Ozzy because he has passed into his light body. So he's coming out loud and clear here in these words. And the last card that didn't get on the shorts is change. So the outcome is change, and that's what's going on right now. But what I wanted to talk to you about with this shorts is okay, so in my regression, John was in a bell, and thousands of other people were in a bell. And up on this wall here, I had a picture of, which I will show you. Just gotta get it out here. I had this picture on the wall. And that's John, okay? That's my mission partner for 30 years. Okay, now to try to make a long story short is what I'm trying to do. But it's really important. They gave me this message last night. And remember, I'm an astro channeler. Okay, so all these people are in bells and they're being told that they're living these lives, but it's like the Matrix. They're really just hooked up to this machine by the Mitras. Now, the Mitras are the tall whites. If you watched my regression, you'll know what I'm talking about. Well, anyway, I asked how he got put in there, what year he got put in there. There's a few things I asked, and if it's not in my regression, it's in the other tapes. And also what happened was some of them got erased. Some got erased as soon as she made them, so she couldn't put them on. But I asked, when did this happen and how did this happen? And he was big time into this war stuff, right? That's him back in the 70s. Okay. So she told me a little bit, she told me that he died in a war, and but that's about as far as she went. Now, I went down the rabbit hole with Astro and with myself, and Gene Decode popped into my feed. I think he was with Nick at the time talking. I can't remember exactly, but he came on my feed. See, how some of this isn't important, but some of it is very important. It's not so much how I acquire my information, it's what the information is. Well, anyway, Gene Decode, he said right out what happened. And I'm going to explain it to you real quick. But they want me to get this out to you. All the men were on the battlefield. And they were dying. Bodies burning, right? You saw the lyrics. All dead. What happened was the Mitras came with their ship and sucked all these battlefield men that are dead up. Sucked all their souls up right away. Just like you heard about the Star of Bethlehem being a spaceship, right? Well, you never heard this one, probably. Some of you have. Okay. But anyway, so the spaceship with the Mitras on it took all the dead soldiers' souls. And then they put them in these bells and they controlled them. So that's how it happened. If you watch my regression and you say, well, how in the hell did he get there? And how in the hell did he get free? Okay, there you go. The Mitras took them and I freed them. Okay, so very, very deep stuff. Very, very important stuff. They wanted me to give you the song, the music, and we're going to go over the cards and get you a message about everything has a reason. That's the moral of where I'm getting to here. Everything has a reason. Everything has a purpose. Everything is divinely orchestrated. God sees all. Yes, there's good and bad aliens. And we're putting an end to everything nefarious. That's what this whole war is about. You're constantly hearing about this is a war, a spiritual war. Well, it's really a deep spiritual war. It's evil versus good war. Yeah, it is. Very much so. So this was one of the wars we had to put an end to. Okay, so what happened when I freed all these souls? Well, we don't know. We know in Astro what's going on, but I mean, we don't know. They didn't just walk into your house in their light body and say, here I am. If they did, you probably didn't see them, right? Okay, so where I'm going with it is that we freed them to continue their contract without being enslaved. In the physical, the white hats are underneath in the tunnels, freeing the children's souls that have been trapped, and adults too, okay? So this is going on everywhere. It's not just in the tunnels. So again, when people say this is taking too long, stop being so selfish, because you have a lot to be grateful for. And there's a lot going on behind the scenes. And that was Astro's main message, is no more war pigs is what we're trying to accomplish. Physical, spiritual, mental, financial, all of it. We're trying to get it done once and for all. When they said drain the swamp, he didn't know how deep that swamp was going. Okay, so the first card out we had was strength, and then we had challenge, right? Make sense, focus on comfort, motivation, money, time, and purpose. If you watch that shorts, it is awesome. And then the last card out was change. That didn't get on there. It's totally self-explanatory. But I want you to understand every single time that you go into this, oh, it's taking too long. Oh, where's my money? Oh, this, oh, that. I just want to like biff, biff, right? Because it's like if you only knew what's really going on. One more picture I want to show you before I get into a tarot reading for you. I don't know if you can see it very well. Okay? And I'm going to read what it says because I think it's really cool. Okay, I don't know how good you can see that picture, but it says, your seeming indifference to the matter of your past due account is difficult to understand. We may have every confidence in you and believe that you indeed intend to pay, but your account has now reached the stage where we can no longer simply continue making requests for payment. And then if you look at the picture, it's time. It's time to take these people. They have not surrendered. They're not giving up. You know, there comes a time when the time is now, and the time is now. Okay, so you want to check out that music and you want to check out that shorts. And if you haven't watched all my channelings that I've done, it's really good stuff. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get the other deck. There's the Mama song. Okay, we've got the Knight of Questing on the bottom, randomly at the bottom here. So you want to continue on your quest, but get rid of that, oh, it's not happening fast enough attitude. Because if you knew what we were all doing, it's just, I don't know how they're doing it as fast as they are, but you got to remember that this has not just been the last few years. This has been going on since the beginning of time. It's just that it's never got totally completed. And when you hear all these stories about it's almost completed, that's amazing. And the sun's doing her thing, yeah, okay. Billy Thorpe, Children of the Sun. I think I've played that a couple of times. Earth, can you hear me? You know, the sun's doing their thing. The higher selves, everybody's in this together. So I am one small part, you are one small part, all of us together. What do? We're changing. Remember that song, I want to teach the world to sing, and I want to change the world. I think that might be the same song or two separate songs. Change the world. That was a good one too. That's coming through. So let's see what Ozzy Osbourne, in his wonderful music, his wonderful lyrics, every time they'd say, oh, he's evil, I'd say, well, whatever. His music, his lyrics are awesome. If he himself, if his soul, we have to separate politics and religion and music, people from the music. I saw something yesterday where they said a bunch of bad people, and they mentioned Cyndi Lauper, Cher, Gwen Stefani, Nicki Minaj, whatever her name is. And, you know, they mentioned Bruce Willis and, you know, all these people that we probably liked their music, and we're finding out that their soul was sold. Well, okay, but you still like the music. This card wants to come out, and it's, yeah, the Hierophant. So really strong Ozzy Osbourne vibes coming out. He is definitely a Hierophant. Okay. Now, again, what happens with their soul contract, what they did here on earth to get to where they had to go, it's not for us to judge. Okay, so let's say, I'm going to give you an example. Let's say he sold his soul for rock and roll and he put out all this fantastic music, right? And now he is turned into a white hat and coming through my channel. Okay, whatever he did in his past soul contract or whatever he's doing now, that's all up to him. We're talking music, we're talking frequency. Remember, everything's frequency, quantum. We're talking frequency. So when I have you listen to the music, it's just like Deep Purple, Pink Floyd. Did you hear that music? It's the music and then it's the lyrics. Okay? We have balance after the Hierophant. Balance, the Two of Pentacles. Balance out these. See, I could sit here and talk about my regression. I could take my regression, look at the transcript, and I could go through the whole thing with you. Now, I'm not going to do that. They're telling me no. But if you were sitting here in person with me and you wanted to go over it with me, yes. You know, those are the things that we will do together in person if we get together. Okay? It's too much to put worldwide. It's kind of like, you know, I give you the recipe, but I can't put you in the oven. I mean, I can put you in the oven. I can't put you in the kitchen and do it for you. You've got to do it. Just like yesterday when I said a lot of people are being downgraded because I can't do it for you. I can lead a horse to water, but I can't make him drink, right? Then we have the Queen of Hearts, the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Prima Donnaism, with her Hierophant balanced out. When that point comes, we can go in, we'll never stop talking. We'll be talk, 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 and then we'll go in astro and we'll continue talking. We'll never shut up together. Okay? That's how the soul tribe should be, but not on a video. Because too many people have too many different levels and too many different assignments. So my suggestion to you is to look up the stuff yourself, just like I did. I went through all of that. I started out as totally dumbed down, if not dumber than y'all. That was my past. That's the Six of Cups, okay? Now, why are we bringing up so much past if we're on a high timeline? Because there's a lot of truth coming out. And when the truth comes out, by you listening to me in astro and here, you'll have a lot better foundation when shit starts shaking. Because it's going to start shaking. Knight of Cups. You'll be the male mermaid. You'll be the Knight of Cups. That's all full of love, okay? You'll be more like that than, imagine finding all this information out with no tarot and no digging in the dark soul, going down the rabbit hole. It would be very shocking. Seven of Wands, it's going to be a victory. It's going to be a victory all around, and it already is. But the main thing is no more war pigs, okay? We don't want no more. We're sick of just putting a Band-Aid on something. We want to totally redo it. We don't want this coming back every, you know, look at all the different statues that we've got, right? Virgin Mary, Joan of Arc, all these things that we've got statues for, only took care of the problem for a little while. It was like, you're a hero. Yeah, I put a Band-Aid on something for a little while. Now we've got the surgeons coming in because we're all doing this together. We've all finally said, enough is enough. Seven of Wands. Okay, we'll go ahead and pick a few from the top. We've got the challenge card, the Five of Wands, and we've got the 10 of Cups in reverse, but I want to show you the pictures because there's challenges coming. The 5 of Wands, she's got her baseball bat, and it has to do with, remember now this is my 10 of Cups. This is where you have the devil grabbing the lady and you have the codependence on the bottom. So you're still going to have some challenges with your addictions. You're still going to have some challenges keeping in balance those 7 deadly sins. So let's see if we can get a little bit of advice. We've got judgments coming. This is all over that song, War Pigs, right? So what's top of the deck here? What's are we supposed to do? Make that choice. Okay, make the right choice. 2 of Swords. In the unknowing, make the right choice towards your 9 of Cups, your wishes and your desires. So don't settle for less is what I'm hearing. Don't settle for less than the Hierophant. As I said yesterday, if you can get with the soul tribe instead of conforming to what's around you, that's not the soul tribe. Okay? And then the peaceful, easy feeling is in reverse. My 4 of Wands. So whatever's not bringing you peace is what's messing with you. Now, this is actually the 9 of Wands, and I saw it as the 4 of Wands, my peaceful, easy feeling card, and that's not the card at all. So I saw a completely different card. So 1, if it's not giving you a peaceful, easy feeling, which there's a lot of stuff around you right now that is not peaceful, 2222 on the clock. So I saw a 4 of Wands upside down with the peace is not, or it's future where there's going to be something that's not going to give you peace. It's a challenge and it's not going to give you peace. Well, we're going towards peace. Okay? This was in reverse, so you don't have the wolf on the stick yet. 9 of Wands. You haven't finished whatever you started. So if it's an addiction that you keep going back to, whether it's people that you keep going back to, something isn't right. So we need peace in our life and we need the enemy gone. So this has to be upright instead of reversed. And the card I saw was the 4 of Wands in reverse, which in this deck is my peaceful, easy feeling card. And you have to get out of the matrix. That's what your problem is. You're like the guy in the bell. This is the exact card of that. So that's a great place to end it because you see, that's the guy where I started with, where I said he was in the bell and he was being controlled by the mitras. It's in reverse. So you're freeing yourself. That's good that it's in reverse. I freed him. I freed thousands of others. And I'm trying to free you from the war pigs. Okay, I am Miss Mystic. Thank you for listening.